Hey folks, greetings. Kilt-Man here. Kilt-Man at your service. Where is it? Where's the lens? There. At your service, everyone's service. Hello, hope you're all doing very well. You can hear there's the sound of like a heating system, a ventilator. There's also the sound of tippling rain. Yes, bloody rain. We've had the fantastic weather and now it's pissing down. But anyway, if you're going to get wet on the outside, you may as well get wet on the inside. Salute. So folks, yeah, I'm on location in the Crocodile, Harrington Street in Liverpool, yes. Should you find yourself wandering past, sightseeing, doing a bit of tourism on Merseyside, do pop your little selves in here because it's a great little backstreet boozer, full of character, full of rich, diverse, all sorts of people, oddballs, eccentrics, and me, which is why I fit right in, obviously. Now, folks, this is just like a little, I like to do these little updates, these little pub-side update things as to what's going on, what's forthcoming. It's kind of more of a forthcoming one, to be honest, because I'm going to do some reviews tonight. A mask review, yay! And a film review, yay! And also, very possibly, I'm going to do maybe some soundtrack stuff as well. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But what I did watch yesterday and changed my opinion on quite considerably was the remake of Evil Dead. 2013, Fede Alvarez remade, rebooted, with permission from Sam Raimi and Robert Tappert and Bruce Campbell, Bruce the Chin Campbell from the original Evil Dead movies, that they could actually redo it. And a lot of fan upset that caused. How dare you? How can you remake such a genre classic? And how can you do it without Ash, the character that Bruce Campbell plays? How can you do it without him? Because they were going to jettison that character for the right reasons. You can't do it without Ash. You can't have someone else playing the role of Ash unless it's Bruce Campbell. And of course, Bruce Campbell went on to do the TV show Ash vs. the Evil Dead, which has been axed, appropriately enough, axed, after like season 3, I think it was. But yeah, when the film first came out, I did not like it. I'm a massive fan of the Evil Dead movies, huge fan. And this come out and it was so mean-spirited and so filled with unlikable characters. He didn't give a shit what happened to them. He wanted them all chopped up and dismembered and possessed and burned and hacked up. You wanted it. In the original movies, you genuinely cared what happened to the people, because even though it was so low budget and these were not professional actors, they were just friends and associates spending years together making these films on a threadbare budget, borrowing and stealing all the bits of the film sets. And the first film in particular took 3 years to make. You can visibly see the characters, the actors actually age throughout the production. But it didn't matter, because you cared about them and you admired the ingenuity and the sheer verve and imagination that was taking place on screen. But with the remake, it just from I think Spanish director Fede Alvarez, who won the gig because he'd done like a fantastic short film about aliens attacking some city, New York, I think it was. It's always New York, isn't it? And but he caught the eye of Sam Raimi because he's an Uber producer now these days, and he recognises sheer talent when he sees it. And he gave passed the reins to Alvarez, who brought in a cast of relative unknowns. I mean, they are actors, but we haven't seen them before. And the script they cobbled together was, as I say, very dark, very twisted, as it should be, but very mean-spirited. I'll discuss that more later on. But the thing is, yesterday, because I was at a bit of a loose end, because Kilt-Man can't really afford to do this much longer. Or even at all, to be honest with you. That said, it's payday in a couple of days' time, so normal service will be resumed to a degree. But I'm going to have to try and rein, all this frivolity and merriment in quite a little bit, to be honest, because I've overindulged a lot in the last 18 months. But anyway, so I was at a loose end and I thought, what am I going to watch? And I've got, literally thousands and thousands of films all over the house, and I was going along the shelves, can I watch John Wick 2 again? I've watched it about 3 times over the last few days because John Wick 3 was so awesome. And anyway, I alighted upon Evil Dead, not the original, but the remake, and I thought, oh, why am I going to put that on? Why is my finger stopped on the spine of that Blu-ray? Why? Okay, must be a reason. Took it out, bunged it on, and I wasn't wowed by the first half hour or so, the introduction to these characters and the reason why they're up there. But as the film wore on, I don't know, strangely, I warmed to it. I actually began to care. And you know, I reviewed that film a long time ago when it first came out cinematically, when I was still working for AV Forums. Big shout out AV Forums, yeah. And I reviewed it then, and I think I wasn't very kind to it. I said what I felt, I said what I believed, and in only one of 2 occasions over my movie watching career have I had a huge change of heart. And the other time was with Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. Itself was a remake, and at first I didn't look like that, and then later on, as the years went past, I grew to actually not just like it, but love and admire it greatly, for reasons I'll come into on some video, maybe in the future. But yeah, and now I really admire what Spielberg did. And the only other turnaround I've had to that kind of level is this, Evil Dead. And I really did find myself on edge, excited, unhinged, and really, really, entertained by it. My God, what's happening to me? Am I getting softer in my old age? What the fuck is going on there? But yeah, maybe my critical head went walkies. Maybe it's all the whiskey I've been throwing down my neck. But my critical judgment went out the window, and all of a sudden, what I once hated, I was championing it. I was like, yes, give me more of this. I mean, the thing is, they wanted to try and reboot the series because of that, and the film was a success, but it did not garner the critical response that they wanted, and it still did not manage to put enough asses on seats to make a new movie franchise. But what happened? It did give impetus to make the TV show Ash vs. Evil Dead, which, I didn't like that at first. I didn't like the half-hour, time schedule for it. That didn't seem enough. The budget was extravagant. The effects were completely OTT. Bruce Campbell was, as always, Bruce Campbell at his chinny best. And first season I got into it, eventually. Second season, yeah, I quite liked. And then I went off it. Big, bad, totally off it. It just became same old, boring. The outrage and atrocity just wasn't enough. It was just repetitive bullshit. So I gave up on it. And now it would appear that the TV companies and channels have given up on it too, because it's been axed. And but yeah, so I'm gonna review properly Evil Dead, because a fortuitous finger stop along the shelves. Do you ever do that? You film collectors out there, and I know plenty of you watch my videos, film collectors, and you go along the shelves, you go, I want to watch something, and you get this thing, like, I want to watch a film, and then, like, the wife goes to me, Mrs. Kilt-Man goes to me, oh, put a film on, you've got millions to choose from, and therein lies the problem. When you've got that many films at your disposal, you're like, oh, shit, and I've spent hours going through all the movies. We've got a library in Kilt-Man Mansions. We've got a library as well. One half of that room is dictated by books. We have railway sleepers on the walls, genuinely railway sleepers. And on the other side, there's thousands and thousands of more movies. And I spend, it's lovely. Got a rocking chair in there as well. I sit there, like, I go pour through all these. I just take the boxes out and I read the back of the boxes. And I can while away many a happy, blissful hour with a bottle of whiskey beside me. Wake up in the chair. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, Evil Dead. I'm going to cover that, and because I've got to get back on track with these. I always say this. I always sit here, or in the other booths that I frequent. Come on now, one of you out there knows the name of it, because I've forgotten it. Nah, the Telegraph, of course. And I always say, I'm going to do this, and this, and this. Because Kilt-Man, if nothing else, is full of shit. He's full of grandiose plans and ideas, which, he always intends to put them into practice. But tonight, I swear, my targeting system is way off, isn't it? Look at that. This is the finger I was going on the shelves with. Obviously it's too tired now. It's too tired to point in the right direction. Handicapped, you know. That's my pointing finger as well. All my fingers have different uses. Yep, and it is what you're thinking. But yeah, so a couple of soundtracks, a mask tonight certainly, and Evil Dead. Let's get it out of my system. And what I might do is I might do a series on the Evil Dead. I'm going to order one of the masks as well from the Evil Dead in the next few days. So I'll have a mask to review from it, and I'll do all the movies in the franchise. I might even work backwards, being as I'm starting off with the newest. Then may as well do it backwards and end up with the best. Well, is it the best? The jury's out on that. Evil Dead, the first one, is just one of the most, as Stephen King said, one of the most ferociously original horror films ever made. And its wit, its inventiveness, its imagination, its balls out gore and violence is just, well, nothing can surpass it really, apart from another Evil Dead film. But then he made Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, and of course they watered down the gore, and the effects got better, but they played it more for laughs, which was, if anything, was a wise move, because it became a showcase for Bruce Campbell's fantastic screen presence, his pratfalls, his Tom and Jerry style antics, you know, Harold Lloyd, Buster Keaton. He spends a lot of time alone fighting these demons and talking to himself, and he owns the screen. Anyway, and then you got Army of Darkness, which they've dropped the ball there. The third one should always have been called The Medieval Dead, because it's set in medieval times, although it's set in California where they made it. But The Medieval Dead, what a fucking great title. It's given to you on a plate. The Medieval Dead. But they don't use it, they just use Army of Darkness. I know many people who that's their favourite film, not just of the series but of all time, because of the stop motion Ray Harryhausen homage and the comedy that's in it and the pure fantasy value. It is excellent, but it is not my favourite. My favourite, I'm torn between the first two. Evil Dead because it's actually genuinely scary and more horrific. Evil Dead 2 because it's genuinely a better made movie, and it's a better showcase for what Bruce Campbell can do. It's a one-man tour de force for most of the screen time, and he is nothing but true genius. Physical comedy, physical acting at its absolute rawest, primal best. Anyway, folks, I've got this whiskey here, and the camera is propped up against two more. Yeah, and I've had a perfectly nutritious bag of smoky bacon crisps for my dinner. Because I'm on a budget, you see. I had to be able to afford 3 whiskies. Anyway, folks, I hope you're all doing well. The Tartan Army is beginning to grow. Please, as I always ask you, please do tell your friends, tell everyone you know, spread the word. The Kilt-Man is about. And everyone needs a little bit of Kilt-Man in their life. And today, I don't know if you can see, without being too rude about this, I'm wearing, let's see if you can see it, that is the Bruce. That's the modern Bruce. Another great, luxurious and resplendent tartan. Quite striking, quite bold. I love it to bits. Anyway, folks, so there you go. It's from a kind of chilly and certainly very wet and dismal Liverpool. I'm going to bid you all adieu and have fun the rest of your day. And please look forward to some Kilted extravagance later on today. And I've just noticed, look at the background here. It's like a log cabin. The pub is in. I'm sitting outside the pub at a beer table. The pub's there, but this little porchy bit looks like a log cabin in the woods. And of course, the Evil Dead is based in, around, under, above, all the way through a lost cabin in the woods. Like that. Awesomeness. See, it's all coming together. Inadvertently, Kilt-Man sets these things in motion, and then it just gathers steam. So if I get possessed by the end of the day, then hey, you know, I wasn't telling porky pies. Folks, have fun, be happy, be safe, watch out for deadites. If anyone's eyes roll over white, they're not a shark, get away. And if they are a shark, get away as well, because ain't a good sign when the eyes roll over away, and then you hear that terrible high-pitched hollering and the water turns red. Folks, babbling over. I'm going to see you all later. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. Na na na.